Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Hey, we're back at it. So today, though, we're changing up. We're going to go to 5 whiskeys, less than $50 that you can find. Great quality whiskeys. Funny story, so I was hanging out with some of my whiskey friends recently, and everyone was like, Judge, I'm tired of paying $100, $150, $200 on good whiskey. I'm tired of always having to find allocated bourbons and allocated ryes. It's just enough's enough, right? I'm trying to actually find more budget friendly whiskey. So I will say I've done episodes like this in the past, but I want to give you 5 different options of ones that I've been sipping more recently that I think are honestly great quality whiskey. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna give you 5 different options. And these are, by the way, not ranked in order, so just 5 different options. And you guys know me, the way I rock and roll. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and end it with an asterisk. Cool? All right. So 5 whiskeys, less than $50, that are also good quality whiskeys. You don't have to break the bank to find good whiskey. All right. Not in order. Number 1. This brand, to me, it's insane that this whiskey sits on shelves for $35. Yes, $35. So number 1, this is Coopercraft, the 100 proof version, coming from Brown-Forman. So this is a Brown-Forman sub-brand, right? You think of Brown-Forman, everyone, of course, always thinks of Old Forester, Woodford Reserve, Jack Daniels. But think of this one, right, where they're paying homage to their workers who actually create their barrels. They have their own cooperage. Coopercraft at 100 proof, $35, probably one of the best bottles on the market. I don't care what anyone says. Truly fantastic whiskey, and I mean fantastic whiskey. So that's Coopercraft, $35. You can find it, maybe not in every single store, but go to a couple stores, you will definitely find Coopercraft. $35. I would drink this, along with the big boys. I truly would. All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, oh boy, number 2, Judge. So this is an interesting brand because everyone loves, which is kind of funny enough, everyone loves their allocated version of their whiskey. But honestly, even though their allocated whiskey is truly amazing, and it is, right? Their allocated whiskey is flat out amazing. Their small batch bourbon, in my opinion, at 95 proof, it's a great quality whiskey. I think it's around mid $40, mid 40s, 40, 45, kind of depending on where you're at exactly, located and so forth. But a $45 whiskey, 95 proof, you can definitely find it, again, depending on where you're at, right? Certain states, easier to find than others. I think this brand, especially their bourbon, delicious. 13th Colony, their Southern bourbon whiskey, 95 proof. I know everyone loves the double oak. I get it. It is amazing. It really is. But even their standard small batch is equally amazing in its own right. Especially for $45. You can't beat it. 13th Colony. I'm loving everything that the team is doing down there. And let's just say that, my friends, is an excellent, excellent bottle. All right. 13th Colony, number 2. Number 3. So, Judge, what is number 3 and why? So when you think of number 3, I think of the fact that everyone, of course, loves this brand, not so much for the fact of their standard offerings, but everyone loves all of their highly allocated whiskey. But I'm here to say, when they have this little partnership with their Virginia, let's call it little brother, this whiskey is truly amazing quality. You can find it. It sits on shelves. It's a $45 bottle, so right there, same line as 13th Colony. You can easily find it. None other than J Bowman, the 100 proof single barrel. This at $45. Obviously, as we all know, J Bowman, of course, the Virginia-based distillery, has, of course, the linkage, the connection to Sazerac, to Buffalo Trace. This is truly amazing. And it's such great quality. It sits on shelves for $45. It's just, to me, it's funny, actually. It's quite funny how great the whiskey really is. Truly good. Actually, this is actually what I'm sipping. So, to that point, spillage. Cheers. Wow. J Bowman, aka Sazerac, aka Buffalo Trace. That's really, really good for $45. Cheers, everyone. All right. So, Judge, what's in the number 4, 5 spot? And then also, more important, what is your asterisk and why? All right. Number 4, probably one of my favorite sub-brands. This whiskey, it might actually be the best based off of the proof and then also based off of the price point. Cool? All right. Number 4. I went with a tall, full liter, but this is 1792 small batch. Coming in at exactly 93.7 proof, you can't get better than 1792 small batch. Absolutely, in my opinion, right? A truly amazing quality whiskey at $33. I mean, we're talking about a $33 bottle of whiskey. In this case, it's a full liter. You can get the smaller bottle that's like, 750 milliliters. That's like $29.99. But at $34, $17.92 small batch, the quality whiskey, it's there in each and every single bottle that I've had. And I've had numerous bottles, and they've all been truly spectacular. All right. That's number 4. Number 5. Oh, boy. A newer brand that I think a lot of people have had, but maybe not everyone. And it's one that it's like $38, right? Kind of, depending on where you live and so forth. A little bit harder to find in some states versus others, but the quality of the whiskey, truly through the roof. And I mean through the roof. This is a brand that I think in years to come, they're going to be doing some really big things. Number 5, Green River. Now this is the Green River 90 proof bourbon, but I think Green River as a whole, their bourbon, their wheated bourbon, both of those equally are great options if you're trying to stay less than $50. I think this is like a $38, $39 bottle of whiskey. Great quality whiskey, one that you will truly, honestly enjoy, no matter if you're, new to whiskey or someone who's a little bit more experienced with whiskey. Green River as a whole, wow, they're doing some really good stuff out there in Kentucky, truly. All right, so Judge, what's your asterisk and why? So I said it earlier, but the reason why this one's my asterisk is because it's right at $50. So, other than buying it in my state of Delaware, where there's no taxes, it's going to be $50, $55, maybe $57 or even $60. But the quality of the whiskey coming from a fantastic, and I mean one of the top of the line whiskey brands in the world. Great proof, 100 proof. It's bottled in bond. Judge, what is it? My asterisk for today, Heaven Hill bottled in bond. Yes, Heaven Hill bottled in bond. Again, $50 by me, but in other states we have to pay for taxes. Unfortunately, $55 up to $60. Truly amazing quality whiskey, day in, day out, coming from one of the most respectable brands in the whiskey the whiskey world by itself, Heaven Hill. Flat out, this bottle deserves a lot more attention than what it gets. That, my friends, is truly great quality whiskey. Hey, until the next time, peace, cheers, most important, salute. Take care. This is a brown format. Let me start over. Oh, Judge, you're funny. Oh, Marcus, you gotta stop laughing. Oh my gosh. Sometimes when you record, you just you get into these little silly rants. Oh man, in your own mind, it's funny. All right, back at it. Ready? Let's go. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? Oh my gosh, it's funny. All right, here we go.